He had this little backpack thing that has like it's called an aqua bag, and he had it on my back filled with water, and I had to run. So I just wanted to be back on the court, because sometimes you can be a little lazy on the court and get away with it, but when you're working one-on-one with a strength and conditioning coach, there's no getting away with it. So.
Joel, he didn't make a big deal out of it, but tonight was Roy's 400th win. Carolina, do you ever take for granted that Roy Williams is your head coach?
I never take it for granted that he's my head coach. He's the reason why I came here, because I believed in him and believed that he could make me into the player that I wanted to be. And it's something that we know Coach is capable of doing, and he just takes guys, and no matter where they come from or what caliber player they are, and he just has that niche to make them into a great player. And so he, like you said, he didn't make a big deal about it. He thanked us, which is how coaches always like that. He never takes the credit, but he took it. He said it was the 400th win, but it was the 200th win here at home, and so that means we won 200 on the. He won 200 on the road, so that's not hard. That's not easy to do, and so he didn't take all the credit, and but we expect that from Coach. And he's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
What have you thought of Luke's ability to pick up the scoring load, first in your absence and then tonight?
Yeah, it's just different than what people are expecting to see from the 4 spot. We usually have 2 dominant postmen, and now you have Luke, who came in and basically changed what we're doing. And you don't see Luke posting up much. He's out on the perimeter. It's kind of hard because a lot of college teams, they hard hedge, and so if you hard hedge and Luke is spinning out, that's kind of hard to guard, because you got to rotate the defense. So it gives teams a different look, and just teams can't say Carolina is just dominant in the post. They have a guy who can actually step out and hit the 3. Yeah, it was just great to be back out on the court, regardless of what my stats look like tonight. Like I said before, or earlier on, I said it on social media. Sometimes you don't realize, how much something means to you until it's taken away. And I know, it wasn't a big injury that took me away from the game a lot, but I love it so much to where even being out 3 weeks, I don't want to have to go through that. But I just went through the process, but at the same time, it was just good to be back out there.
Do you still get real mad when you lose video games?
I always. That's just who I am. Just the competitive nature that I have, and I just got to channel it in a different way. But I'm never going to lose that, because it makes me who I am, and I just always stay that way. I won't punch another door, but I'll still get mad.
You threw a controller at your dad?
I did throw a controller at my dad, and like I said,
What game was that?
It was an old NBA game. It's not like how it is now.
How old were you then?
I would say I was about 9 or 10. I didn't know any better, but and my dad is a big guy, so you would expect me not to throw something at him. But like I said, he didn't punish me or anything. He just said, I like how you had a competitive nature, but just don't throw another controller at me.
Have you lost since you broke your hand?
I've actually tried to stay away from 2K. I played Call of Duty, which is probably more frustrating than 2K, but I actually beat the game, so.
I'd be curious to know how you would handle next defeat.
I'll probably just run in my room and probably punch a pillow instead of a hard surface.
We heard some stuff about your left hand while you were out, how much you were working on your left hand. How noticeably better is it now than it was before the injury?
Yeah, working on it for 3 weeks in a row, even off the court, I can see that, I just use my left hand better. When I'm eating, when I first started eating with my left hand, the food was just falling off the fork. And then I was brushing my teeth, and I kind of like poked the back of my throat and stuff, and I was like, dang, my left hand is really weak. And so I started working on it. Eventually it's just gotten better and better, and now I just feel comfortable with being able to go left and knowing that I can make a pass coming off the left hand. And so it adds to my game, and that's why I took everything as a positive, because it's just adding value to what I do.
I was going to say, assuming that you don't have any recurrence there, it's kind of a blessing in a way that you got chance to sort of see that and realize that you got to sharpen the left up a little bit more?
Right, exactly. And, a lot of people probably would have took this and, would have been down about it. But when I heard it, I looked at social media and stuff, and it kind of got me down. But I talked to my parents, and, my dad was the one that made me realize that, just take it as a positive. And I've always wanted to work on my left hand, and it was nothing better than not being able to use your right hand at all and just left hand dominant. And so, even my left hand shot looks good from the 3-point line. I would never expect that, but, it was just a blessing and being able to do that. So.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yep.